Hello, all my beautiful heroes! Are you guys ready for some fun rimpa? I mean, 999. Welcome to Fizz, Cookie, Seishi, Nikki. Hello, how are you all? Welcome, welcome. Hello, hello. You're just ready for Lotus. Fair enough. Fair enough. Hey, Paladin Athlas, welcome. Welcome to me too. Welcome. Happy B1 day. Get out of here with that Hexa shit. I'm done. I'm done with it. Alright. How was everybody's day? What did you do? Oh no, don't do that. That button. You're not done with it? Aw, man. I shouldn't have thrown away my sticky note then. I 100% threw away my notes. Oh, that was a bad idea. Speaking of sticky notes, we might as well just prepare ourselves here. We know we're gonna need them. Alright, so on the last episode, I guess you could call it, last night, we managed to get ourselves locked in the freezer with Santa and June. We got out of the freezer by blowing up a dry ice bomb. Hi, Seishi's sister. That was, I slurred that really bad. Did she get my secret note? By the way, Seishi, I got something off of her store and I left her a secret note. Sister. Yeah, that's definitely the way that came out. It was sister. That's why my sister says sister. She says sister. I don't know why. Previously, we got confused by numbers, yes. Yay, she's leaving me a secret note? Oh my god. Can I just be secret pen pals with your sister, Seishi? I mean, she has my address. Let's just be secret pen pals. How was everybody's day? What did you all do? Did you play with numbers? Let's see, what did I do today? I did some arts. I did some farts. I did some work. I did some laundry. That's always exciting. I mean, you have to take that up with her, but I imagine the answer would be yes. Okay. I shall ask her. Oh, we already unlocked it? Yes, let's go. We already unlocked it. It's just time to go. We literally stopped it right before this. I was afraid that there'd be like a long cutscene afterwards. I don't remember what happens.
I think we've been here before.
Uh-oh, we looped around? Hey, Fat Knuckle, welcome! Arts, what kind of arts? I did some practices. I'm still trying to get better digital. So I have retraced some older pictures that I did and like, you know, improved the anatomy and stuff. And then I'm just trying to practice them digitally. I worked on some new starting screens for Twitch. I made new thumbnails. My brain is already struggling today. I did new thumbnails for some of the videos coming up. What else did I do? I haven't worked on my alert animation anymore, unfortunately. I did that yesterday, though. I added some shine. It's so shiny. You were just watching T-Pain play Hitman, but I'll be back later. Yeah, no problem, Fat Knuckle. Enjoy Hitman. The only thing I know about Hitman is that there's a briefcase that will literally like chase people if you chuck it. And it's like super hardcore and they haven't nerfed it. A metal grate stretched from wall to wall. Beyond it were two elevators and the entrance to the kitchen.
The elevators are over there, so that means...
We went into the kitchen through that door and came out on this side.
Do they really? They already discussed this with the map.
That means the map was right.
Yes, map is correct. That's all I know about Hitman 2. Yes, nice.
Looks
We're on
like.
the same page.
Then let's use it to plan our next move.
Next move?
Yeah, we need to decide where to go from here, don't we?
He's right. Let's get started.
From
Shouldn't
the looks
you
of it,
start
there are
trying
4
doors?
possible routes. Let's
A,
just
B,
keep
C,
it simple
D.
and call them A, B, C, and D.
Oh, boy.
First, A and B.
They lead into the
seem
same
to
room.
connect to a room that looks L-shaped.
Yeah, there were 2 doors,
Locked?
but they were both locked. We couldn't open them.
Now, route C.
What I know about Hitman is he's bald. That's an important point. There's a pen in the new one that you can impale into a person's head and then it explodes. That is incredible.
This goes all the way
Best
to the main
weapon.
staircase.
Actually, no, I think the briefcase might still be the best weapon. I don't know, but that sounds pretty extreme.
That means it's door 5, one of the numbered doors.
By the way, have you guys ever seen the movie, I think it's called The Body on Hulu? It's about a hitman that kills somebody on Halloween and then like wraps up their body like a mummy and then is just like dragging them around town like during Halloween, and everybody just assumes he's in a hitman costume and he has like a dummy with him, but it's like a real dead body that he's going to dispose of, and then shit just gets really out of hand. It was a decent movie. I wouldn't say it was one of my favorites, but it was decent. Worth a watch if you have Hulu.
Then do you think we would meet up with the other 4 after this hallway?
No, I don't think we will.
By the way, I was looking for... I did tell you about it before, but this time I actually finished the movie. Before, I had just seen like the first 15 minutes. Now I've seen the whole thing. I was looking for GIFs for this game for Twitter. And I'm actually surprised the amount of work that went into this remake, because on DS, these avatars were actually like pixels. Little pixel babes. Even Lotus's boobs were pixelated. I don't mean like blurred out. I just mean like 8-bit. I was going to say that, I think you mentioned it around Spookoween. Yes, Spookoween. Pixel boobs. Can you imagine if in real life your boobs were just made out of pixels? Like you took your shirt off and it was just square blocks. Like the original Tomb Raider.
Why not?
Look, there by the stairs. See how the gate is opened? When we went into the kitchen, it was closed, but it's open now. What do you think that means?
I think that means the other group also had access to this area. I don't think it's that big of a
They
mystery.
opened it.
Most likely.
Self-censored
If we take Route
boobs.
C, we're going backwards.
That would suck.
That would be pointless.
Then that means...
D. All 4 looked at the map. They all looked at the staircase, its lazy curve leading down deeper into the ship.
Route D, then.
Shower thoughts by Miro. Always shower thoughts.
D it is.
Yup, Route D.
They all want the D.
Then we're set.
We're gonna get the D, guys. They jogged down the stairs until they reached the C deck.
Everything looks okay here.
Let's check the next deck just to be sure.
Yeah, just like I thought. D-Deck is totally underwater.
Just like the bottom of the central staircase.
Water gazed back at them, its smooth surface like a
At
great
least
mirror.
the water level hasn't really changed.
Small comfort.
May as well head back to C deck.
What else is here?
There are 2 elevators over there at the top of the stairs, just like the floor above.
Hold on, these are kind of different. See? There's a card reader on this.
Another strange mark.
Mercury.
Hey,
think.
look! It's Lotus's symbol.
Oh my god.
Huh?
See? It's the woman symbol with horns on it.
Boy is about to get slapped.
That seems like...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, ouch, 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 ouch.
Idiot. Alyssa had taken hold of Junpei's hair. She began to shake him violently, and he thought he heard a low growl coming from her throat.
What was that about the mark again?
No, oh, he just tripped. Yeah, just stumbled.
Nothing.
Such violence. Junpei began to wonder if she was not the devil itself. With an uncomfortable smile, June spoke up.
This is a Mercury symbol.
Hey, I guessed right. What do you know? I did it.
The horns symbolize the wings on Hermes' staff.
Hermes, herpes, whatever.
You nailed it,
If
Santa.
we can't get this thing to work, these elevators aren't going anywhere.
In other words, we need a key card with the Mercury symbol on it.
Probably.
I guess we can't get on then. Let's just disregard the elevators for now.
Hermes, herpes, it's all the same thing. Barb, you love Lotus so much.
How about this
It's
hallway
great.
on the left?
Lotus does not let
Oh,
anyone push her around.
There's so many doors.
I'm not sure how many, but certainly enough to be discouraging.
Damn it.
90% of those are going to be locked.
Search all these, the sun's gonna go down before we've done half of them.
I think the sun already set.
I have a feeling this ship is the only thing that's going to be going down anytime soon.
Oh my god.
That's even worse.
Well, we can come back to this hallway later. Let's check the hallway on the other side, shall we?
Time to head back to the stairs.
To the right was a small hallway.
And now the right hallway.
Quickly, they headed into it. It was approximately the same size as the alcove at the front of the stairs. The hallway led towards the stern, and at its end was a set of double doors.
There are doors here too. Well, I guess it's just 4 this time.
Let's open them.
All right, let's start with this one.
They've been running into so many locked doors. Wouldn't they just like start checking all the doors and be like locked, 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 locked? Hey, this one's open. Let's leave the door open. And then they would know they only have like 2 options, right? Like normal. Junpei nodded and grabbed the one closest to him. He gave it a small tug and felt it move.
It isn't locked. I'm going to open it.
Thrilled to have found an unlocked door, he threw it open. So logical in the time of death and panic, right? Junpei didn't know what to make of what he saw.
What?
Dun dun dun. A 3, a 7, and an 8 door? He simply stood, unable to speak. The others simply stared, open-mouthed. After a few long moments, Santa managed to speak.
What the hell is this? This place is huge.
A massive room that stretched out in front of them, more a cavern than a room. Its vastness was impressive, and it bore down on the 4 companions. It was not empty, however. The entire room was filled with lines upon lines of beds.
Oh, there are beds everywhere.
They were simple things, little more than pipe and thin mattress.
Is this a hospital?
He had at least been able to put a name to the harsh scent that pervaded the room.
It definitely has the smell.
Could be. I see medicine cabinets and surgical tools.
Hey, look there. The 4 doors
Nap
at the end.
time? Oh, Julie, I thought that you were literally going to go take a nap right now, and I was like, it's like 9 o'clock for you. Like, just, that's called going to bed. But I got you. You're saying our characters should just take a nap in the infirmary. Mm-hmm. Yes, it is nap time. Night nap. Just a snooze. 3 of them were emblazoned with large single-digit numbers with thick red paint.
The left door says 3. The second door is blank, but the third has a 7. And the rightmost door is 8.
Oh, that is a nap. Just a very long nap. I see.
There's
I
no
see.
doubt. They're numbered doors.
Why is the second door blank? That seems kind of strange, don't you think?
Probably because it's locked and of no importance.
No point worrying about it right now. Let's see if these will open first.
Do these idiots not understand the game? You have to make the numbers of the doors.
Yes, that sounds like a good plan.
Go tug on them. I bet they'll be closed. Junpei headed towards the doors, weaving his way between the beds. He stared at the door with the 3 on it on the left and moved to the right until he reached door 8. Let me guess. Locked. All of them. Wow. What a shocker.
It's no use.
Wait a minute. I thought they were lettered doors. I can't tell if you're being for real or not. These doors with numbers on them are definitely numbered doors. Mm-hmm. How did you come to that conclusion? Please.
Well, of course. If it was that easy to open these doors, what would be the point of the Nonary game? We have to activate the red, or the numbered doors won't...
Okay, good, Seishi. Oh, they're hexadecimal doors. Please, God, no.
Wait a minute.
What's wrong?
Look, the display on the red. There's nothing on it.
Huh?
Don't you remember? The red at the central staircase? If no one was inside, it said vacant.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But this one...
There's nothing on it.
Right?
You're not that hopeless? Good. I was worried for a second.
I wonder if it's broken.
Only one way to find out.
Are they even
It's
doing the
not
math?
responding.
All 4 took turns placing their hands over the red, but it refused to respond. They pulled the lever and still it did nothing. as they soon discovered, it wasn't the red for the door 8 that was behaving strangely. 'Twas
How
all
about
of
the
them.
red on door 7?
'Twas all of them.
And door 3?
None of them are working.
What does it mean?
I knew it. They're broken. Zero sure sucks at maintenance.
No,
Wow,
that's
wouldn't that
impossible.
suck? Wouldn't that suck to be put in a Saw game and then the Saw dude would be like, whoopsie, we had a malfunction. You're
You
all
really
dead.
think Zero, who prepared all of this, would make such a stupid, simple mistake?
Maybe, but that doesn't explain why this thing ain't working.
It was at that moment that they heard a voice from behind them.
I believe the bottom of the device has been removed.
They spun around to see...
Snake!
The subtitles kind of gave that spoiler away. But it was more than just Snake. Hey, it's our
Ace,
compadres.
Clover, 7!
Molly. Oh, right. Although they were glad to see one another, it wasn't terribly surprising that they had. If it had been the other party who opened the gate in front of the kitchen, it wasn't unreasonable that they would bump into each other eventually. The rest of Snake's team, however, did look rather surprised. You idiots, you're trapped on the same ship.
How did you end up here?
Oh,
That's
you know.
my line?
Perhaps we should exchange information.
They regale each other. I'll try not to confuse you anymore. This game is doing that job for me. Yeah, a little bit. After a moment of silence and surprise, everyone suddenly began to talk, desperate to exchange information. They talked about the rooms they'd been through and how they'd ended up in the same place. Of course, none of it was very useful, but that had hardly mattered. They were happy enough to simply see one another again. Although the level of cheer varied greatly from person to person, every one of them was wearing some manner of a smile. Almost as though they had already forgotten about the death of the 9th man. Rip 9th man that nobody cared about. No, thought Junpei, perhaps that wasn't it. Perhaps thoughts of his death were what drove them to smile at one another. Not in a morbid or hateful way, no. The 9th man had died, but they were still alive, and that was something to be happy about. A sort of simple, uncomplicated joy, Junpei thought. The joy of being alive. 9th man was a dick? He was a dick. He was also a coward. I like how everybody's like, team asshole. Still alive. He felt sorry for the 9th man, but more than anything, Junpei was happy to be alive. He was high on coke, you think?
There you have it. Our half of the story.
I like how we don't get to know. It's fine. His part finished, Ace fell silent. For a moment, Junpei was silent in thought, then he
Okay,
spoke.
let me see if I got all this straight. When you guys got here, the bases for the Reds were already gone.
And you looked all over this room, but you couldn't find anything.
So you figured that there might be something in the hallway with all the doors.
So you went and had a look?
Yeah.
They did all the hard work for us. I mean, we don't know for sure he's dead, right? There was just blood, we didn't see him die. 'Tis true. 'Tis true. Detective Julie! He's secretly Zero. He's secretly Zero, and he faked his death so that he could survey everyone.
And while you were looking around, you heard voices.
Uh-huh. So you followed the voices and came back here.
Indeed. And that was how we found you.
Why don't we check those 3 Reds again, just in case?
You're
Yeah.
right.
Yep, look at him again.
Huh. There's a long, thin gap on the bottom. I think it's a slot. For
Detective
something.
Miro's onto something.
Probably
I'm always onto
electronic.
something. Constant detective.
Well, this isn't good.
Captain A's theory. What is that?
If the red is inactive, we can't keep going.
Well, what about that hallway over there?
Guys, I just want to let you know. I got this chapstick from the dentist, and it's tangerine flavor, and it's the most delicious chapstick I've ever had. Like, I haven't had a chapstick that tasted this good since I was a kid. And it just smells beautiful. It's great. From the Bleach Soul Society arc, dude fakes his death. I'm trying to remember if I ever watched that far. I only watched, like, I don't know, how many seasons are there? Eat it! I will not eat it. Hold on, I can tell you how many seasons of Bleach I watched. I am on episode 100 out of 366. So if we go to like a Bleach episode list, here we go. Problem is I haven't watched it for like 800 years. So if I ever want to go back to it, I'm probably gonna have to start over. All right, let's see. 100 and what did I say? 110? So I stopped right at the end of the 5th season. Soul Society, that was in season 3. Yeah, definitely gonna have to rewatch it if I don't remember. It's a good show. I wouldn't mind rewatching it. I also, when I watched it as a kid, watched the dub because I was a kid and it was on Adult Swim. Holy shit, how many seasons are there? There's a lot of seasons. But I would like to go back and watch it as sub. Because sub is usually better. Bleach. It's an anime.
Isn't there anywhere else we can go?
No, there isn't. There are plenty more hospital rooms, but nothing else.
This is the hospital deck?
Hospital rooms. That's what's behind all those doors?
It's not a tasty drink. Absolutely not.
Yes. There are a number of individual rooms in addition to this large one.
You probably have Cookie because Black Mordecai really loved it. He talked about it all the time. Bleach pairs well with Tide Pods. Yes.
There was a door at the end of the hallway, but it was locked.
There was an astrological symbol engraved near the keyhole, however. I was able to get a good feel of it. I believe it was the symbol of Jupiter.
Not again. Those goddamn things are everywhere.
Part of the game, boy.
I wonder what they all mean.
Nobody here wants to actually play the game. You guys could get out of here so much faster if you just accepted that you have to play this fucking game.
While we're asking
Just
what things
do it.
mean, what's the deal with this room? I mean, I thought this was a cruise ship, but I can't imagine a cruise ship would have a hospital like this.
Of all the people, it was 7 who answered, and with calm confidence.
Well, I figure it's probably a hospital ship. Chances are it's the Gigantic.
The gigantic?
Ooh, the Gigantic. It's got the name now. Junpei looked confused, so did everyone else.
What is this gigantic?
Haha, Titanic. Like Titan. Gigantic. Giant. Ha. 7 knit his brows for a moment, then began to explain.
The Gigantic. She was
Oh,
a
yeah.
sister ship to the Titanic, built in the early 20th century.
Gigantic, not to be confused with the Titanic. Well, they're sister ships. They're siblings. They love each other.
Actually, the Titanic had 2 sister ships, and they looked exactly the same. The Gigantic was said to be one of them. They intended to make her a passenger liner like the Titanic, but World War I began soon after the ship launched. The British Navy took her over and made her a hospital ship. At some point during the war, the Gigantic was damaged by a German mine in the Aegean Sea.
Wait, do you guys think this is for real? How real is this? Did they make this shit up? Gigantic. Okay, Googling gigantic ship probably isn't going to get me anywhere, but... Fact check on Snopes. It's true. Sister ship to the Olympic and Titanic. Originally intended to be named Gigantic. Well, there, it's, oh god, they outlined the whole fucking history. Alright, well, let's see what our boy has to say. This is real history.
She ran aground afterwards, so she didn't end up sunk.
Well, okay, I don't know how accurate this part is, but the ship actually existed. Pretty sure at least modern cruise liners had hospital and medical facilities, and they almost all have a morgue because geriatric fucks love cruises. They do. They love cruises, they love to gamble, and they love the auctions.
What happened to her after that?
Whoopsie.
One theory going around is that a man named Lord Gordain bought her.
Lord Gordain! Oh, yes.
Seemed like he'd been one of the few to survive the Titanic sinking.
That man owns several monocles.
That trauma turned him into some kind of obsessive collector of all things related to the Titanic. Soon enough, the guy wanted the Titanic itself, which was impossible, of course. It's stuck at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean, but the Gigantic wasn't. And seeing as she was identical...
So this dude stole the sister ship of the most famous ship in history and turned it into a gigantic death escape room and no one noticed? Yes. I mean, if you have enough money and you just like, you know, you could probably just buy a ship, right? If you're like a bajillionaire. Buy a ship, park it somewhere, and then be like, no, yes, I'm going to remodel it. I'm going to make it more modern, and then outfit it with the most heinous booby traps ever. I feel like the kidnappings would be harder to get away with.
So you're saying this Lord Gordain bought this ship?
Yeah, at least I think I am.
I think I am. I think I'm sure.
Impossible. No way we're in some boat that's almost 100 years old.
Pipe down. Just pay attention.
It is sinking, so
What, that's it?
could be
Well, you
100
got
years
any
old.
proof?
Proof?
Proof that this ship is really the gigantic.
Well, this ship's got stuff that's like the Titanic and a hospital ship.
Facts. Oh, Lotus has the best booby traps. Ayy. Oh my
So,
god.
I just figured.
That was so bad, but so good at the same time.
Oh, for goodness. Don't tell me that's your only reason.
No, I've got more.
Like?
Well, I mean,
Seven looked around desperately, doing anything he could to avoid meeting Lotus's piercing stare. All right, boys. I want to play a game. Yeah, we're going to get real saw on this. I want you to theorize. I want you to tell me what Seven's secret backstory is. This will be fun. If you know the answer, don't say shit. Make up something else. You'd fall for that trap? Anybody would. Even Lotus herself. He scratched his head for a moment, then gave up. Finally, he opened his mouth. His what? His secret backstory. Like, what is his profession? What does this man do for a living? He's secretly Morgan Freeman. I know the answer. It's so hard not to say things about Lotus right now. I'm totally listening very intently. Seishi, it's the craziest story you'll ever see in a game ever. You should be paying attention.
I don't know.
Lotus sighed and shook her
I
head.
guess your memory isn't back yet, is it?
Yeah, sorry about that.
Hey, whoa, wait a minute. Memory isn't back?
Junpei was, he felt, legitimately shocked by what seemed to be new and very important information. Everyone else, however, seemed unimpressed. In fact, they all looked at Junpei as if he had said something very strange. Hi, Boggs. Hi, Boggs' parents.
Yeah?
Your point being?
He decided to revise his attitude for the next question.
Was I the only one that didn't know?
Everyone
Why?
nodded.
Oh, yeah, I guess I didn't tell you. Huh?
He probably shared it with the group before we met up with all of them, because they were all together as a collective when we met them.
I told the rest of them before we ran into you on the stairs. I told them I couldn't remember a damn thing from before I woke up.
What?
Then, almost as if to save Junpei from further embarrassment. Oh, the clock. Look at that little panda.
Huh.
A bell began to ring
Bell.
from far away.
It sounds like the clock in the main stairway.
Junpei counted each chime carefully.
10?
Yeah,
11,
so he has amnesia.
12. 12.
What's the digital root of 12?
It's midnight. Then we've still got 6 hours left, right?
We don't have any time to screw around. Let's get going. We gotta find the missing parts for the Reds.
What do you mean, fine?
You did it,
How on
Seishi.
earth do you propose we do that?
We've looked everywhere in this room. That only leaves one place to look.
Oh. At the last, thank you for the resub! What's the digital root of 5 months? 5. And if I remember right, you want that to go towards Night in the Woods, correct? Am I correct on that one? I wrote it down on a sticky note. Where did I put my sticky note? Wait. Yep, Night in the Woods. Haha. No, I didn't cheat. Oh. Still far away. But it's catching up. It's what, like $46 behind?
1.
Poor Julie. Julie, you're $46 ahead. You'll be okay.
Well, not just one.
Thank you for the resub, Barb. welcome back, or well, continue to stay. Fuck, you're still a superhero. I nailed it. Like a pro.
Wait. Don't tell me you mean we need to search all of the other rooms.
Yes, do
Don't
it.
freak out. We've already searched 4 of them.
4 rooms?
We just have to split up the rest between the 8 of us. If each of us can do 6 rooms apiece, we'll have the other 48 rooms cleared in no time.
That's good math. I actually didn't realize what game Night in the Woods was till yesterday. I'm super pumped to see that game too. Oh no, Julie, you're betraying yourself. It looks like a really cute game, and I've heard like nothing but rave reviews about it, so I'm also excited to play it.
There are 48 other rooms?
Yeah, I will play it sometime, but not till after Pyre. Okay. So Pyre gonna lose now? I don't know. Julie still seems like adamant that Pyre will be first, so. Seven scratched his head awkwardly.
Maybe?
Maybe?
All right, so everyone knows which area they're searching?
Oh my god. Fizz, don't do it. She'll cry. My sub renews in 35 minutes. Julie is counting down. You're now good friends with Sneeze Boy. Yeah, he told me that you guys are friends on Pokemon Go now. Send him gifts. He's constantly out of Pokeballs.
Yeah.
Yes!
Hey, EK, welcome! Thank you for the imaginary cheer. I'm just happy to have your presence. You bought Pyre? Oh, yes. I didn't buy anything on the autumn sale. It kind of slipped past me a little bit. I did buy the Steam Link, though, because they're discontinuing it, and they were selling it for like $2. And I'm like, fuck yeah, I'll buy a $60 device for $2. Shipping was like $8, though, so that kind of sucked. I actually don't know if that's shipped or not. It probably hasn't. I doubt I'll get around to watching it. You mean playing it? Or watching Julie play it again? Julie, how many times have you played that game through? Junpei was... Oh! EK, thank you for the biddies! Oh, so your cheer just was broken before. Thank you for the biddies. Where do you want them to go, EK? Guys, love in the chat for the biddies. I thought people do that shit all the time, though, where they, like, do fake cheers, and they're like, so-and-so donated $1 million just to be funny. I totally thought that's what was going on. Thank you for the biddies, EK. You got Human Fall Flat, The Gardens Between, and The Long Dark. Oh, The Long Dark is so good. Biz, thank you for the biddies. Night in the Woods. You got it. EK, where would you like your biddies to go? You forgot about Human Fall Flat? You've only played through it once. Oh, Pyre. Okay. I played through like half of Pyre. Maybe, probably not even half. Junpei was chosen to search the rooms on the starboard side, moving from forward to aft. Wow, that's some ship shit that I don't
We'll
understand.
all meet up when the clock goes off again. How about in that room with all the beds?
Yeah. Sounds straightforward enough.
Night in the Woods, you got it, EK. Thank you for the biddies. It's catching up. I just want to see, like, I wish I could look at Julie right now and just, like, see the panic in her eyes. Oh, no! Don't worry, I will get Night in the Woods, the W. You mean the win? That's okay, Julie. That's okay. Go watch Critical Role. I understand that Thursdays are a bad time for the D&D crew. I'm sorry.
I'll shout if I find any of the
It's
components.
just what works
we
best
need.
for me.
I hope we can find them within the time limit.
If we can't, then we'll just have to come up with another plan.
It's just so tangerine-y. It's like I just ate a scratch and stiff sticker.
Then let's do this.
The last episode was a cliffhanger. Yet, you seemed worried for one of the characters last time, I believe. Critical Rome. The details decided. They left to begin searching. Out of the hallway they went, each to the rooms they'd been assigned. You much have I'm so chapped right now. I don't know why. Probably just because it's dry as shit. I'm worried for everyone. Oh no. However, ... Oh no. Nobody find shit? From far away, Junpei heard the bell ring. It did so only once. It was 1
It's
a.m.
1. I better get back to the...
Alright, here we go. Run. Is Junpei going blind? It's got like a fog aura going on. Yeah, that could be why. I do live in the deserts. He jogged through the entrance of the large hospital room to find 6 others already there. Ace, Santa, Clover, June, Seven, and Lotus. So who's missing? Snake is missing. And I think that's it, right? They had gathered in front of door number 8. Or perhaps, to be more accurate, they had gathered in front of the red next to door 8.
What are they doing over there?
Why don't you go find out? Had one of them found a missing piece?
What happened, guys?
It was June who answered him.
Jumpy, look!
She pointed at the red. He pushed through the others until he stood in front of it. Immediately, he knew what she had meant.
Vacant?
Junpei sighed.
Come on, guys. Who was it? I thought we were supposed to yell if we found it.
Well...
Junpei wondered why she was hesitating. The others looked as confused as June, but kept their mouths shut.
What the hell? What is up with you guys?
They knew it was something he didn't, and Junpei was about to leave things that way. Finally, Lotus frowned and spoke.
Well, that's the thing. We don't know.
You don't know?
When I got back, it was already like this. There was no one else here. That means I was the first one back, but the missing parts were already back in the red.
What? Let me see.
Junpei looked at the bottom of the red again just to make sure. These people love to, like, quadruple check their facts. You don't believe? The slot had been opened on the bottom, was now covered by
You're
metal.
right. It's in there.
I'm not getting a visual of the piece that they're missing.
What about the other 2?
They're the same.
Let me take a look.
Junpei quickly examined the other two boxes.
It's just as you said.
Satisfied that they were all repaired, but still very confused, he returned to the others.
All right, I just want to be sure here. Nobody has any idea what the hell happened here, right?
Correct.
None.
Ace and June nodded silently. Oh, did they? Because they both just said something. Seven raised his hands as if to say, not me, and Santa just shrugged. Only Clover lowered her head and did nothing.
Oh, wait a minute.
That was when he noticed. Where's Snake?
Where's Snake?
Junpei swept his eyes across the room a second time, but Snake was nowhere to be seen.
Does that mean that
Who
he
left
found
the
them?
poor blind bastard on his own?
I've no idea. There's nothing to suggest it, but nothing to suggest he didn't either.
I don't suppose we'll know until we can ask him in person.
Well, whatever he
not-
did or didn't do, he's pretty damn late. What the hell is he up to?
It's not like he went through any of the doors, right?
Maybe he's lost.
Yeah, well, that seems likely. Dude can't see. I don't know how he gets around in the first place.
Clover raised her head.
No! That's impossible!
Uh-oh. She's getting hysterical. Suddenly she was
Yeah,
shouting.
My brother's blind, but he's got really great hearing. He can get around, so
Whoopsie.
he couldn't get lost. That's impossible!
She meant to say. He can get around as well as anyone who can see. He couldn't get lost, that's impossible. Is it though? Clover started to shake, and the knuckles of her hands had gone white. Oh, she's freaking out. She spun around, but before she did, Junpei noticed tears welling in her eyes.
I'm gonna go look for him!
He is Daredevil. Exactly. He, like Toph and like bats, uses reverberation to see. That might actually be true. I don't remember his entire backstory. The words were barely out of her mouth when she began
Hey,
to run.
hold on, Clover. Wait!
Junpei cried out to her, but he was too slow. She kept going, and before anyone could react, she was
Well,
gone.
that didn't work.
And she's
Damn
gone.
it. What should we do now?
Well, the red is working now.
No! We're not leaving two people behind! We should go look for them!
Oh man, this ain't good.
Oh, yes, what an excellent idea. We just wasted a bunch of time looking for some piece of electronic junk. Now let's waste some more by looking for a couple of idiots.
Then remain here if you feel you must, but there's no time.
Let's see. If Clover and Snake get left behind, they're 4 and 2. All they could do is a 6, so they wouldn't be able to get through any of the doors. And we have left... Hold on, this one's gonna take a... We have Ace, who's a 1. Junpei is 5. June is 6. Santa is 3. 7 is 7. Lotus is 8. I wonder what our combinations would be here. 6 and 6, 12, 3. That won't work. I'm not doing all that math. That's my answer. Junpei and the others nodded to one another and took off at a run. In front of the stairs that led to B deck, they decided to split
Let's
up.
split up.
All right, I'll take this direction.
Then I shall look that way.
I'll be over here.
See you all later.
Soon, only 2 of them were left. Those 2 were June and Junpei, who had been a few steps behind the others.
All right, we should go too.
Cookie, you know me better than that. I wasn't really gonna do the math. I just want to know who all is here. And then like 4 and 2 are missing. Yeah, there we go. And 9 is dead. Super dead.
Yes, let's go! But where should we start?
Let's see.
Oh, where do you guys want to go? The casino, the cabin, the hallway, or the hospital room? Going back to the hospital room seems dumb. 9 is allegedly super dead. Allegedly being the key word there. Casino. Casino. First class cabin. That sounds pretty nice. That sounds swanky. The hallway with all the rooms seems pointless. They're not gonna be in the hallway. Take a nap. Take a nap in first class? Oh yeah. Alright, I think it's between these 2. Yeah? Anybody want to vote for one of these? Casino or the first class cabin? I don't remember ever seeing anybody actually go into the casino. You vote for nap? That would be first class. I feel like first class is the way to go. I'm trying to remember this correctly, and I probably did a shit job. But I'm trying to remember this correctly to where we get the true ending. We probably won't, though.
Oh, what about the first class cabin on B deck?
Okay, let's go, Jumpy.
They took off at a run at the stairs. I would not be running stairs. Outside the first class cabin, they found Clover. Hey! She was standing in front of the wall. She was staring at a meaningless point on the wall, her eyes blank. What should Junpei do? Well, talk to her.
Are you all right?
He did his best to sound friendly, but Clover didn't respond.
Look, I know you're really worried, but...
He could think of no words to say that didn't sound hollow and fake. Junpei hesitated. Clover was so consumed by worry and fear that Junpei feared it would crush her. His actions didn't surprise him. She had suddenly lost her brother, whom she seemed to have been very close with. Her voice was thin, barely audible.
Hmm?
I said leave me alone!
Well, damn, girl, speak up then. Shit. Suddenly she was screaming.
So annoying! Just go away and leave me alone! Just looking at you guys is pissing me off!
You know, I'm starting to see why Clover might be the least favorite character of the series.
Go away, okay? Just go somewhere else! Stop bothering me!
Junpei was taken aback. Such anger and hate. June's eyes had gone wide with surprise as well.
Why are you still here? Didn't you hear me? Huh? Fine, forget it. If you aren't gonna leave, then I'll just...
All right, let's...
yeah.
Clover is great. Clover in the second game is even better. She becomes the new Lotus. They turned and left Clover. As they did, Junpei glanced back over his shoulder to see Clover wiping tears from her face. We might have instigated a different ending. Clover had driven home the misery of their situation, but Junpei told himself that getting depressed would get him nowhere but depressed. Okay.
We really need to find Snake, for Clover's sake.
Hey, Wax, welcome! Clover is 0 help. Yeah. I thought we were looking for her. I thought we were supposed to be trying to go find her, but I guess we were supposed to be trying to find Snake, so oopsie.
Where do you think we should go next?
Good morning, Wax. How are you? Now let's go to the
How
casino.
about the casino?
Let's go take a look.
Let's go gambling. They headed off down the hallway to something about a jog. Are we jogging? Before they knew it, they were there. So was Lotus. She was leaning against the wall, examining her nails, looking real hard, doing hard work.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
She glanced up at him, unimpressed.
Isn't it obvious? I'm looking for Snake.
I'm just not seeing it.
Really? Maybe you need to look harder.
I don't think that's the problem.
Oh, by the way, I've got a proposal for you two. Care to hear it?
Let's hear it.
What is it?
Well, I don't like to beat around the bush, so I'll get right to it. Why don't we team up?
Team up?
Yeah. What? You need me to explain it to you?
Do we want to team up with this girl?
I'm saying, why don't we go through a numbered door?
Even if we wanted to, that's impossible.
Don't know if anyone has storage woes, but a 1 terabyte Samsung SSD is $127 on Amazon at the moment. Ooh. That doesn't actually sound half bad. Paladin, would you mind dropping a link? I don't have storage woes, but I know Boggs would like an SSD for when he rebuilds his computer. Entry-level drive? Jeez, what kind of drives you rocking? Aren't you all on a team? No, see, Julie, this is where it becomes like Survivor. People are gonna make groups and cliques. You trying to stay awake today? No hard math, please. I got you. And you're great, thanks for asking. Hope you're all fantastic too. I think we're all doing all right. Can't speak for everybody else, but I'm doing okay. I don't think there's gonna be math for a hot minute, at least, I hope. We're looking for Snake, he's gone missing.
Why?
Jumpy's bracelet number is 5, mine is 6, and yours is 8. Our digital root would be 1.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm just gonna open that up for later. Samsung is a decent brand for that, right? Oh, and if you're feeling generous, it's eligible for a smile donation. You don't like Lotus? What?
But there's no number 1 door in the large hospital room. The only doors there are 3, 7, and 8.
Then we add another person.
Huh?
Who?
What? Isn't that easy? 7.
She's like, bitch, do the math.
Oh, if we add 7.
Just dug an eyelash out of my eye. Talking to both ladies? Maybe? I might be playing the field a little bit. No. I don't think it's possible to romance anything other than June.
5 plus 6 plus 8 plus 7 equals 26.
Devil's threesome.
The digital root of 26, 2 plus 6 equals 8.
I feel like this pact is for the true ending. I'm just gonna, hold on. Oh, that we have access to a flowchart, I think. Hold on, let me just, since I already know and there's no spoilers for me, I'm just gonna flowchart this up real quick. Standby. Yeah, the fuck? That's an empty flowchart. Okay. Mm-hmm. 4. Did that. Interesting. Okay. All right. Lotus is the best. We aren't leaving Athelas behind. You like 7, Snake, June, and Santa. I am not a huge fan of Snake, but mostly just because after he goes missing here, he's literally missing for like most of the game. Like you never get a chance to really get to know Snake that much. Okay, we're gonna say no to these boys.
Wait a minute. What about the other 4? Ace, Snake, Santa, and Clover.
Well, why don't you add them up?
It was simple
1
enough.
2 plus 3 plus 4 equals 10. And 1 plus
1.
0 equals 1. The digital root for those 4 would be 1.
That's right.
And you know the number 1 door isn't in the big hospital room, right?
Of course I know that.
I can see you not liking Santa. Yeah, I can see you not liking Santa, Cookie.
No! Are you saying you'd leave them behind?
Of course not. What kind of woman do you think I am? Once we get off the ship, we could come back and rescue them, couldn't we? Then we wouldn't really be leaving them behind.
Don't try to lie to us. I don't think you do anything of the sort.
Really? Why do you think that?
You remember, don't you? We have less than 5 hours left. Even if we manage to escape, there's no way we could come back to rescue them in less than 5 hours.
Well, you never know until you try.
No, you're not thinking this through. Even if we brought 7 with us, we wouldn't be able to get off the ship.
Can't make a 9.
The 4 of us couldn't open door 9. It is hidden. Seek a way out.
Yeah, that's right. The digital root for the 4 of us would be 8, so we'd have to add Ace to make 9.
That's right. Unless we bring Ace too, we'll be stuck.
Lotus scratched the back of her ear.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Unfortunate. That's all you have to
Oh my
say?
god. This girl. Jesus. She didn't sound particularly bothered by what Junpei said, nor did she seem particularly surprised.
Well, let's try and find another way, okay? A way to get out of here with all 8 of us.
That's impossible. Are you being serious? And you do know that only 5 people, at most, can go through one of the numbered doors, right?
He's crass and impulsive, and that doesn't seem like Cookie kinds of things. Yeah. Just based off the fact that he's vulgar boy, I would say that would be a turnoff for Cookie.
The number 9 isn't going to be an exception to that rule. Regardless, at least 3 people will get left behind.
Vulgar boy. What? No, Fizz. Are you vulgar boy?
Huh?
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
The moment he said it, Junpei felt a chill run down his spine.
Wait just a second. You're skipping over a really big detail.
Yes, what he said was true, but how could Lotus remain cavalier about so terrifying a prospect was beyond
Is
him.
that really okay? That means 3 people will die in the end. Are you okay with that? That's just...
You think we
Lotus-
can have a moment alone?
Lotus's forehead furrowed.
There's some things I need to think about.
Sure, you go think. Lady. Junpei and June turned and began walking away from Lotus.
It didn't turn out to be a very pleasant conversation.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ladies here. Junpei's heart felt heavy and his steps sluggish, but he told himself pessimism would get him nowhere.
Well, regardless,
He forced himself to smile and turned to June.
let's just focus on finding Snake for now, okay?
Yes, you're right. We can think about those other things later.
Yeah.
Junpei
All right.
nodded.
Where should we go next?
Where do we want to go? I don't remember where we're supposed to go. I feel like there's a place we're supposed to go. Let's look at this one. No, I guess it literally doesn't matter. That map is more helpful though. Okay. Let's dick around in the hospital room.
Hey, why don't we go back to the big hospital room?
Sure, let's...
She doesn't even fucking question us. I love it. Every choice we've made, she's just like, yeah, let's do it. Being vulgar and being vulgar boy are two very different things. It's true. There can only be one vulgar boy.
Hey, wait. That...
Santa. On their way to the large hospital room, Junpei and June notice Santa standing next to the number 3 door.
Santa?
Junpei paused. What should Junpei do? Let's talk to him. Let's talk to the boy.
What are you doing?
What? You can't tell? I'm checking out the red.
Why? Is there something bothering you?
Rips off clothes and then puts them on his arms and neck. Boom! Cosplayed the shit out of it. You could literally just go get, like, leftover scraps of fabric from Hobby Lobby and make this outfit.
What? It's not bothering you?
Huh?
The guts of this red. Why wouldn't you wonder who the hell put it back in here?
Why wouldn't you just assume it was Zero?
Yeah, that's true. Well, I'm curious too.
Who do you think did it?
Santa's eyes narrow as he looks at June. She shook her head.
I don't know.
Well, what about you, Junpei? Who do you think fixed this thing for us?
Zero. Someone other than the 8 of them. I don't know what a rude boy is specifically, but it's probably not Paladin. Oh, but probably not. I see. You can have rude boy and vulgar boy? Who did it? Snake? Why would we assume Lotus out of all of them? Zero or someone other than the 8 of them? I think it was Zero. I assume it was Zero.
I think it was probably Zero.
Why?
Isn't that obvious? He's the guy who set this whole thing up.
Vulgar boys are only rude to people who deserve it.
You don't think that should mean the opposite? Seems to me like that means he didn't do it.
Anybody want to guess Santa's backstory? Everybody, thinking about all these characters, literally everybody has like a cheeky secret.
I mean, who do you think took that stuff out in the first place?
Probably Zero.
Yeah. Then why the hell would he put them back in after he'd taken them out himself? It just doesn't make sense. Why do all that work?
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
I assume they're all conspiracy theory collectors. No spoilers. I'm just allowing people to use their imaginations. Santa was a corner street boy, giving it away for free. Oh dear. A dog trainer. A dog trainer, the dogs ripped up his clothes, is that it?
So, what happened then? Who put that stuff back in the Reds?
Junpei's furrowed his brow.
In
A lot
other
of
words,
furrowed brows right now.
one of us is the person who fixed the red.
Santa
Bingo.
grinned.
We have a winner.
But if that's true, then the person who did it doesn't want the rest of us to know that they fixed it.
Yeah,
But what?
no idea. Maybe if they come clean on that, it means we'd find out something else.
Something bad?
Dunno. But whatever it is, it's gotta be worth hiding. Of course, it could have something to do with Snake's disappearance.
You think maybe they did something to Snake?
Yeah.
He also likes playing bingo. He's a dog trainer pop star. The dogs are part of the show. Oh my goodness. I'm trying so hard to remember what happens, but it's been so long ago, I'm blanking. I can't say anything. I can't even like give a hint to help you remember because it would probably blow everything. There was something about him that made Junpei weary. At first, he assumed that the other man wasn't terribly clever, but Junpei was beginning to think that he would have to reevaluate that assessment. When Santa spoke again, his voice was quiet.
Look, if you trust anybody in this game, you're gonna lose. You've gotta be careful. The person you trust the most could turn out to be the one who stabs you in the back.
June, I'm looking at you. Girl, if you stab me. With that depressing suggestion, he turned and quietly walked away.
And that's that, I guess.
Junpei and June looked at one another and smiled awkwardly. Auto-tuning? Yeah, the dogs are the pop stars. He trains the dogs to be in it, and The future is not cat videos on the internet. It's auto-tuned dogs. Oh my god. Finish searching. No, let's go look at the hallway.
Let's go have a look at the hall with all the rooms.
I'll go wherever you do. Let's go.
My faithful little servant girl. Quicken their pace and headed for the bow.
Oh, it's...
Headed them further down the hall. They spotted
Hey,
Ace.
Snake! Where are you?
Good searching job, Ace. Just
Answer
shout.
me if you're there.
Just scream. Let Ace handle it. Look out, chipmunks. There's new animals in town. Oh my god. The fucking chipmunks were a mistake. Okay, Julie, have fun at Critical Role. I hope everybody lives.
Let's go.
Ah, hello there. Snake is... Well, that's obvious, isn't it? I assume you haven't found him yet?
Yeah, doesn't seem like you're having any luck either.
I really wonder where he could have gone.
Well, wherever he's disappeared to, we must find him as quickly as we can. For Clover's sake.
Right.
June's face looked kind of enraptured.
By the way, do you think Clover and Snake are really siblings?
Why would you say that?
Why would you say that? That question seemed somehow odd to Junpei.
Why? Well, it's obvious, isn't it? They don't look alike at all.
Ace looked at him for a moment and then spoke.
Yes, you know, now that you mention it, they don't.
Now that you mention
Still,
it?
there are a great many siblings who do not look like one another. It certainly isn't rare.
Junpei wasn't sure why, but even if he was seeing what he thought he was, he could have sworn that Ace's face tightened as he spoke. Oh my god. Nope, nobody said auto-tune dogs. Absolutely not. That sounds horrible. Unless it's the Marky Zelda one, and then that's acceptable.
At any rate, we really must find Snake as soon as possible. The clock is ticking. We really can't afford to waste any time. Very well. Let's get back to the search, shall we?
Thanks,
you can
Ace.
leave this area to me.
All right. Let's go, Jumpy.
Now where do we go?
Something about that was... I'll think on it later. Like Ace said, finding Snake is our top priority.
What was Ace's profession? Guys, what was his secret job?
All right, where should we go next?
Junpei did his best to clear his mind. Let's go... First class cabin again.
Let's go check out the...
Okay.
I hope this doesn't end badly. I hope Clover isn't over
no
here.
one's here. Maybe we'll have more luck somewhere. But where?
Okay, never mind.
Let's head back to the large hospital room.
All right.
Child
That's probably the best idea.
hairstylist for beauty pageants. Holy shit, yes. Incredible. I like this one.
I don't think anyone is here. Why don't we go check?
All right.
I guess we can just keep going until...
No one's... Maybe, but where?
Oh, wait. Why was that one grayed out, but not the others?
How about the casino?
Let's go take...
Let's just keep wandering around in circles.
Let's try some. Let's go back down.
Is everybody gone from here, too?
Oh, nobody's... Let's look somewhere else.
But where?
Okay,
don't we
go here
Okay.
and we can finish. Beauty pageants are intensely creepy. They are pretty bad. They looked everywhere they could think of, but Snake was nowhere to be found. Poor Snake. Rip Snake.
Snake hasn't been anywhere we've searched.
Lotus looked around at 6 frustrated faces
We
and
can't keep
spoke.
looking for him. Wherever he is, it's not here. We need to get moving.
Junpei couldn't disagree with what she was saying. Snake seemed to have completely disappeared. There was no point to wasting any more time. The others seemed to be having similar thoughts, but they stayed silent. Finally, Seven spoke.
We don't got a choice. Lotus is right. We're not gonna find Snake. There's a problem, though. We've got to figure out who's gonna go through which door.
Yes, I have a proposal.
Another proposal. She walked back and forth across the floor, her heels clicking against the wood. She finally stopped.
Why don't we decide on one person to sacrifice?
Dun dun dun.
Well, perhaps that's a bit of a harsh word, but yes. You've all figured it out by now, haven't you? We can't all make it through those doors. If we split into 2 teams of 4 and 3 people respectively, then 3 people will be left behind. If we split into 2 teams of 5 and 2 people respectively, then 2 people will be left behind. But if we split into 2 groups of 3 and leave 1 person out, then only 1 person will be left behind.
Leaving behind 3 people with 2 teams of 4 and 3. She's right. It wasn't pleasant, but she was right. There wasn't any other way that the numbers worked out. If there was one group of 4, another group would always have the digital route that didn't match a door. When 7 spoke, his voice was strained.
Then you're saying we gotta decide who's gonna stay behind.
Yes, we do. Given our circumstances, it's logically and morally the best solution.
Makes the most sense.
If the other 6 are to survive, then 1 person has to sacrifice themselves.
No, that's too cruel.
What's so cruel about it?
To just sacrifice someone like that?
Would you rather lose 3 people, you dumb bitch?
Then what's your plan? Maybe we should sacrifice 2 people instead of just 1.
That's not what I meant. We shouldn't sacrifice anyone.
I told you, that's impossible.
Lotus with the strict utilitarianism,
Wake
yeah.
up.
She's being realistic.
Whoa, calm down, you.
Stand a step between Lotus and June.
Look, what Lotus is trying to say is, you should aim to bring the greatest amount of happiness to the greatest amount of people, right?
What do you mean I'm savage? I'm with Lotus. She's right. 1 person is the best outcome.
Exactly. That's how democracy works. And for that reason, I think the only fair way to decide who will be sacrificed is through a vote. What do you think?
Alright, here's a question for you boys. She has a bracelet on this wrist that goes with her outfit, and the watch on this wrist. Do you think she used to have a matching bracelet on the other wrist? Do you think she was matching her bling? Oh my god, except I just noticed her sleeves don't match, and that is horrendous. Oh my god, why would you? She's so not symmetrical.
No.
I'm not asking you. Shut up.
Oh my god.
What about you, Santa?
Damn, Lotus.
Me? Well, I agree, I guess.
All right.
If
that's
I
1
have
vote
to.
for. Counting mine, that's 2. 7.
I can't say I agree with you. We don't exactly have a choice. If we don't do something, we're all gonna die.
Oh, glad to see you get it.
I'm asking the real questions. I want to get to the
If I
bottom
can get
of
1
this.
more vote, then it's decided.
Who the fuck designed this shirt? They should be fired.
What about you, Clover?
Clover's just a zombie. Clover has moved away from the group and was sitting on one of the beds. Her whole body drooped. Junpei didn't know if she even heard Lotus's proposal. Lotus walked over to Clover and gently laid a hand on her shoulder.
Your brother has to be behind one of the numbered doors. We've searched everywhere, but we didn't find him. Doesn't that mean he has to have gone through one of them somehow?
Clover slowly lifted her
Let's go
face.
look for him together, okay?
You think Clover's gonna volunteer?
If we sacrifice 1 person, then we can go look for him. You agree with me?
Lotus, you manipulative bitch. Damn. Clover nodded once.
The motion carries.
Damn. She is ruthless. Lotus spun around and walked towards Junpei.
Now, let's start a vote to...
That won't be necessary.
Ace had barely spoken for Lotus's entire speech, and everyone jumped a little. 6 pairs of eyes turned to look at him. He didn't seem to notice or even
I will
care.
stay. That should solve our problem, yes?
Sacrifice Lotus? Oh no! The chat's turning on themselves. Everybody say an exclamation point.
What are you saying? No, you can't do that. That won't solve anything.
June's voice shook, and she looked around desperately for someone to agree with her. Hey, Victor, welcome! How's it going? Ace simply looked at her.
I'm afraid you may have misunderstood me. I said I would stay, but I never said I would sacrifice myself.
Huh?
I trust you. Each and every one of you. I believe you'll come back for me.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. There's optimistic, and then there's just nuts. Those doors only go one way. You go in, you don't come out. If we go through them.
You won't be able to return, correct?
Yeah.
True, but that will not be the case once you've escaped from the ship.
What?
Oh my god, this boy too! What's with all these uneven people? He's got like 1 half sleeve and 1 full sleeve. Nah, maybe it's just perspective.
Please,
It's just perspective. He's even.
once you've escaped, come back and rescue
Good night,
me.
Barb. Thanks for being here. I hope you sleep well. Thank you for the resub. Have a good night.
Ideally, within the time limit Zero has given us.
No, that's ridiculous. There's no way we could get back in time.
Finally, Junpei could hold his tongue no longer.
We've only got 5 hours left. We don't even know where the hell we are. How on earth are we gonna find someone to come and rescue you?
Then, perhaps you would prefer to stay instead of me? Or perhaps you would be willing to leave June behind?
Ace's voice was dignified and without a hint of cruelty or malice. Junpei had no rebuttal.
You see, there's no other choice. Then I see we've come to our conclusion. Go on. Don't worry yourselves about me. Go, quickly.
Junpei stood frozen by indecision, unable to move. June bit her lip so hard that Junpei feared she would break the skin. Santa stood against the wall, calm and aloof. Seven tore his beanie from his head and turned it over anxiously in his hands. Only Clover stared at Ace with the expression Junpei was unable to decipher. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Lotus's attitude, however, was different from the others.
Good.
Thank you
Let's
for
accept
asking.
his kind offer, then.
She smiled, her eyes bright. Ace answered with a smile of his
Good.
own.
I think this is the best for me. Perhaps I'll be able to take a nap. It may be my age, but I get tired so easily these days.
As he spoke, Ace lowered himself down onto the floor next to one of the beds. This boy is in a room of beds and he chooses the floor? Okay. That's one way to do it. Whole room full of beds. Boy chooses the floor. Somewhere deep in the ship, Junpei suddenly heard a screeching of metal on metal. It was almost as if the ship were screaming. Would it really hold until the time limit was up? Already D-deck was flooded. In a sudden silence, the only sound was the sad metal wail of the ship. Unsurprisingly, it was Lotus who spoke first. Did you see those beds? They're super stiff. Yeah, it would still be better than the floor, wouldn't it? Not looking like a comfy bed, though. He also chose to stay and possibly die, so yeah, that's true.
Well, what are you waiting for? We're wasting time. Why don't we hurry it up?
As if a spell had been broken, the others began to talk all at once.
You're right. We should get going. That's all we can do right now.
7.
Seriously. Honestly, I was getting kind of sick of listening to you guys talk.
You
Jesus,
too,
Santa.
Santa?
Oh,
I have to find my brother.
Julie, thank you for the resub. Oh shit, I'm back for a moment just to resub. Love you lots. Give it all to Pyre. Okay, bye. Bye, Julie. Thank you for the resub. It's going on Pyre. No worries. Go enjoy Critical Role. There we go. 255. Goodbye, Ben the Tramp. Happy 11 months, Julie. Damn. I think you might be my first 11 months.
Wait, all of you. Let's just calm down and think about this. There has to be a way to get everyone out. There has to be. Right, Jumpy? Say something.
Yeah, let's think. There's gotta be another way.
His words sounded hollow and fake.
Fine. Forget about it. I'll figure it out on my own.
Okay, sassy pants. She spun around and ran towards Ace. He had slumped down next to the bed when June grabbed his arm and pulled.
Ace! Come on, Ace. Please stand up. You can't give up yet.
I don't understand. Does this girl not understand the rules of the game?
We just have to sit down together and think about this. We'll figure out a way that we can all get out of here.
Then it happened. Oh. Boy, dropped like a sack of potatoes. Ace fell forward. He slumped over onto the wooden floor, his body folded like in half like a boxer out cold.
Ace!
June cried and dropped to her knees beside him. She put an arm around his neck and did her best to lift him up.
What happened? Ace, say something.
Boy's dead. She shook him frantically. His eyes fluttered open.
I'm all right.
His voice was weak and slightly slurred.
How are you all right?
This.
He held out his left arm, slowly opening his hand.
A syringe?
It was a syringe in a small vial. The vial was empty. It only had recently been emptied and a few drops clung to the sides. There was a label on the tape to the side of the container. It read, Soparil Beta? Rules are meant to be broken? No, that's how you splode. You want to splode? Soparil Beta?
Soparil Beta. What does this do? Did you use this?
Yes. It's just anesthetic. I'll be fine.
Now he can drown in peace.
Anesthetic?
I found it earlier. While we were searching the hospital rooms, I thought it might be useful later. I didn't think I'd be using it on myself.
Boy just admitted to trying to drug all of us.
Why did you do this?
Didn't I tell you? I'd like to take a nap. I really am. Very tired.
This dude is me after like a week. I'm like, I just want to sleep. Junpei knew that wasn't why he had done it. Ace had injected himself with anesthetic to forestall Junpei and Jun's attempts to bring him along. If he couldn't move, there was nothing they could do. He injected himself so that he would be forced to be left behind.
Ace.
But back to the first rule and theory we had, if you die, the bomb stopped working. Oh yeah, if you just like stopped your heart real quick.
Hmm?
What if we do want to explode? You don't want to explode, don't do that.
I just like to sleep a little. Could you keep it down?
No, don't, Ace. Don't fall asleep.
You feel warm. So comfortable.
That's okay.
I think I'll have a nice dream.
No, don't dream about me. Please stop dreaming about me. Ace's eyelids drooped further and further, almost as though he were dying.
Ace! Ace!
These people are like really strong with the denial sometimes. He shook his shoulder again and again, but this time he didn't respond. Only the gentle rising and falling of his chest told us that he was alive. Junpei was relieved to see that he was, in fact, still breathing.
Let's get him up on a bed.
Now I just let that boy sleep on the floor. He chose his spot. He must have chosen to sit on the floor because he knew he was gonna fall out. You could still lay on a bed and be fine, though, if you're falling out. To be fair, he's the most handsome of the boys. I suppose he is pretty dapper, huh? But he's like Silver Fox old man dapper. Santa's pretty attractive, but he's too feisty. So angry. Alright. We put him on the bed he was leaning against. When Junpei turned around, Lotus gave him a look of pity.
We really don't have a choice now. We can't let his sacrifice go to waste, right?
Like you even mean that.
You say something?
Nope.
Nothing.
Nope. Wasn't me. It felt wrong, but he had to agree. Then suddenly Santa spoke.
Yeah, but we're not done choosing yet, are we?
Huh?
Well, we haven't decided who's going in what door.
Ah, yes. Yes, that's true.
Enough of this screwing around. Let's decide. You first, Lotus. Which door do you want?
I want door number 8.
He's just a wuss? Skinny and angry?
It's the same number as my bracelet number.
Got it. You're 8. You're next, 7. Which one?
I'll take 7. I can't get along with that old lady.
Oh my god.
What? What did you just say?
Her face distorted by rage, Lotus took a step towards 7. He threw up his hands and made a face like a child caught with his hand in the cookie jar.
I didn't say nothing.
Oh my god.
Oh, you're gonna get it next time.
She shot him a glare that would have melted steel and then turned and stalked off.
Alright, who's next?
Santa's gaze moved across the 3 people left. Finally, they stopped on Junpei.
Which door do you want?
At last, Junpei's mind was already made up. I'm not gonna let you guys vote on this one, because we're going for that ending, so we gotta go for a good old 7. 7 said that he wanted door 7 because he couldn't get along with Lotus. He called her old lady. He said, I can't get along with that old lady. And she almost ripped his balls off.
I think I'm gonna go with door 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright then. That means June's gotta go through 8.
Bye, June.
What?
What?
Why? Do you guys not understand how this works?
If the 6 of us are gonna keep going without leaving anyone behind, there are only 3 ways we can do it. Have 3, 5, and 8 go through 7, and 4, 6, and 7 go through 8. 4, 5, and 7 go through 7, and 3, 6, and 8 go through 8. Or 3, 6, and 7 go through 7, and 4, 5, and 8 get 8.
Trying to remember if it's even possible to get the true ending on the first run through, because I think there's some information that you need that you can't actually get the first time. But maybe not. Maybe not.
There are no other combinations. In other words, 3 and 4 and 7 and 8 can never go through the same doors. You get it now?
As Santa finished, June looked over at Junpei, tears welling in the corners of her
Oh,
eyes.
no. You're saying we aren't going to see each other again for a long time.
Junpei felt as June did. He wanted to be at her side through whatever trials they were preparing to face. But he knew if they were to survive, he had to swallow his feelings. In order for the 6 of them to move forward, he and June had to be separated. He looked at June. He was scared to lose her, but he swallowed, steeled in his resolve, and he did his best to smile.
Come on. You're making it sound like we're never gonna see each other again. We gotta split up, but only for a while. This is just like when we went into the 4 and 5 doors, remember? We got split up then too, but we all met back up.
Oh,
I'll
he
bet
means like
7 and 8
the
are
groups
just
as
like
collectively.
that.
You mean they're connected somewhere?
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
She didn't sound very hopeful. Boy, you have a map. Just saying. It was 7 that interjected.
I'm sure they're gonna connect somewhere.
Why? What makes you think so?
If they don't, then neither team can get through door 9. In other words, the game would end right here. Zero's been on top of his shit so far.
He's
I
on
think he'd
top
blow
of
it now.
his shit.
I'm damn sure that son of a bitch wants to have his fun as long as possible. He's not gonna end this game until we get through the 9 door.
June said nothing. The tears were gone, but her eyes were still sad as they looked at Junpei. He met them, and with what reassurance he could manage, laid a hand gently on her shoulder.
Everything's gonna be fine. We're gonna see each other again.
June bit her lip and gave him an almost imperceptible nod.
Yes. Promise?
Her voice was barely above a whisper. Santa's voice shattered the moment. Santa busted in.
You guys are done, right?
Oh my god. He stretched
Anyway,
and continued.
That's pretty much it. Clover and I will both go into separate groups. I figure I'll take 8 and Clover can take 7. Any problems with that, Clover?
Clover looked away and was silent for a
Whatever.
moment. Oh my god, you sassy piece of shit. It was more of a dismissal than an agreement, but Santa didn't seem to care.
All right, we're ready to go then. Let's move.
Says as at Santa's command, the groups split and headed for their respective doors. Clover, 7, and Junpei walked towards door 7. We're gonna get some time with some boys that we haven't been with before. This will be fun. Santa, Lotus, and June headed for door 8. Santa, take care of those girls. For a moment, they stood in front of the door. 7 took a long, deep
You
breath.
guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
7 has massive hands.
It's open.
A narrow hallway stretched out before them. 7 and Clover left through the door.
Let's do this!
Hurry!
Ray said run. The moment they did, their bracelets beeped. He is a big boy. I picture him kind of like the mountain from Game of Thrones. Junpei stepped forward to follow them. But as he was about to step over the threshold, he stopped. He looked to his right, towards door 8. June was there, the mere image of Junpei. She turned and looked towards him. Their eyes met. They
June.
nodded.
Jumpy.
Oh my god. They're fucking like the... What are their names? Jack and somebody from the Titanic?
What the hell are you doing, Junpei?
And then someone took a hold of Junpei's arms and hauled his body through the door. Rose, thank you. I've never actually seen Titanic, the movie. He heard the sound of the numbered door slam shut behind him. Time to go. His bracelet gave a cold electronic beep.
Only 81 seconds left! No time to waste, guys! Let's get moving!
7 led the way down the hallway. Junpei and Clover followed him as fast as they could. After what seemed like far more than 81 seconds, they reached the end of the hall.
The door on the left! I can see the dad!
There was no time to rest or catch their breath. The three slammed their hands in quick succession over the scanner panel of the dead. Safe. You've never seen it either? We should have a movie night with Titanic. Slam those heads. Yeah, it'll still work. It's fine. It's actually a motion sensor. Still trying to catch his breath, Seven leaned heavily against the wall.
It stopped. It stopped.
That's what it's supposed to do. Uh-oh. Dude went nuts. His smile seemed forced and a little
This
crooked.
is the second time we've gone through one of these numbered doors, but whew, you never really get used to it.
Never get used to that thrill, that adrenaline. Pretty soon this boy's gonna be addicted to going through, like, doors and mazes. His life's gonna be a mess. His wife's gonna leave him. He stood up straight, no longer out of breath, and wiped some of the sweat off of his head and neck. Clover smirked at him.
I would have thought a guy your size would have bigger balls than that.
Whoa, Clover.
What the hell did you just say? Say it again! I dare you!
You have no...
You little... You wanna die?
Oh my
I'd
god.
like to see you try.
You fucking brat. Alright, let's go!
Hey, calm down, guys. This isn't the time for... It's not gonna do us any good.
Junpei sighed. Sometimes he wondered if the doors and the puzzles were really the greatest challenge they
Wait
faced.
here for a minute, alright? I'm gonna go see if there are any other doors.
They didn't respond, but Junpei wasn't in the mood for a conversation anyway. Addicted
We just
to
came through
doorways.
this door. And of course it's shut tight.
Y'all got any more of those doorways? Today's new episode of My Strange Addiction. Dude, that show is a wild ride sometimes. There was a lady that was addicted to eating her husband's ashes. There was a lady who was addicted to eating her sofa cushions. There was like a lot of episodes where people were eating some weird shit. I think there was one where a lady was eating laundry detergent. I always love the part where they like make them sit down with a doctor and the doctor's like, "This could kill you, you idiot." And they're like, "Yeah, I know, but it's delicious." It's so stupid. Pica. Was that the couch cushion one? Oh, no, it's a mental illness. I figured it was like sometimes when your body is lacking a mineral, you eat weird things to like, you know, your body craves weird things. But I guess a mental illness would probably make more sense than just a craving if you're eating your dead husband. That can't be beneficial at all.
There's a short hallway on the left here. And an iron wall. I doubt I can get through it.
At last he gave up and returned to Seven, who was tapping lightly on the wooded door. Wooded?
This door's the
Good
only
job.
option we've got, right?
Wooden.
Yeah.
Hey, something's written on the door. On that iron plate.
It says operating room. If this thing's telling the truth, there could be body parts inside here.
Ooh, we're gonna go have a dissection. You learned about it in your diagnosis class this week. Oh, nice. Oh, you get to learn cool shit. Wood. Dang, can't use a sonic screwdriver.
Well, this is probably
We
not
don't have
going
a
to be pleasant.
sonic screwdriver. Something about it made Junpei feel
Well,
nervous.
there's no point to standing around. Might as well go in and see what's waiting for us.
Seven grabbed the brass knob and slowly opened the door. The creak of the hinge sounded like a groan of an old woman. Whoa.
What's wrong?
No, it's nothing.
Chill snaked its way down Junpei's spine.
Let's
We
just go.
think it's haunted? Quickly, he gathered what courage he could and took the first step into the room. Seven followed, and Clover right behind.
Huh?
Part of the room was just past the door was obscured by a screen.
Why don't we take a look?
Hey, Clover!
Clover's curiosity got the better of her, and she darted past Junpei and to peer around the screen. Uh-oh. 100% dead body. Her scream nearly blew Junpei's eardrums.
Clover!
Her and Seven ran towards Clover to see what had frightened
what's
her.
wrong?
They rounded the screen, and the cause of the outburst was immediately clear. Alright, boys. Is it Godzilla? Is it a dead body? Is it 9 still alive? Is it... What spooked this girl? A unit of type size and line length equal to 12 points is pica? It's a turducken! Seishi, I'm loving your originality on these ideas. This is incredible. A fucking turducken spooked this girl. I thought I was out there with the Godzilla, but turducken, my god. It's naked grandma. Please God, no. Alright, should we see? Should we see what it was?
What
Close,
the hell is
close,
this?
close to naked grandma.
Is this a corpse?
It was something that looked kind of like a human lying across some sort of bed. But it was not a bed, an operating table. The table sat on a rusty steel lift and a cluster of bright operating lights shone down from the ceiling.
We should probably take a closer look.
Yeah.
Slowly they approached. "'Tis a doll." As they got closer to the body, it became clear that it wasn't a body at all.
What the hell? That's just a huge doll or something.
Have these boys never seen, like, medical practices?
Doll?
Clover did not look terribly comforted. Slowly, she approached the operating table and looked as intently as possible from as far away as possible at the thing. Junpei could see her
You're right.
relax.
It's only a doll. Man, it really scared me.
She heaved a great sigh of relief and wiped a few drops of sweat from her forehead. Seven smirked.
Well, I guess it would have been weird if you actually had any balls.
Oh my god.
Shut it! Don't you start with me, fatty.
Oh my god, there's so much sass in this room right now.
Oh, what's this? You want a piece of me, short stuff?
Yeah, bring it on, you whale!
Hey, guys, not again, okay? Seriously, knock it off.
Gotta separate these two.
Jeez. Anyway, it looks like he's got something the two of you could stand to have a little more of.
A heart.
I'm talking about a heart.
Huh? Oh, this? You mean on his chest?
Yeah.
It was set a little higher than normal for a human body, but from the shape of the organ, there could be no doubt that it was a heart.
Why would there be a heart in a doll?
Critical sass? What would be critical sass? Somebody stabbing the other person in the kidney?
I don't think it's a doll.
You think maybe it's like a medical mannequin or something?
Or maybe it's got more personal uses?
Oh my god. Seven. Seven's grin was more than a little perverted. Clover glared at them.
Anyway, how about we take a look around this place? Let's go.
Okay.
Sure thing.
Alright. It's puzzle time, boys. Specifically the kidney. Crucial that it's the kidney, yes, yes. Alright, we're gonna seek. You ready to seek? Okay. Hey, I wonder what this thing is. It says kilogram on the display. Think maybe it's a scale? These dolls are really creepy, you know. Yeah, it says hey, it says something here. John? You think that's the doll's name? Maybe? That thing is creepy. I wonder why it's on the bed. For practice. An operating table. Do you think old operating tables look like this? I have no idea. I don't know, man. These are things they use for surgery, right? Let's see. Syringes, cups, plates. There's a sort of scissorish thing. Forceps. Kosher. Super kosher. Can we not grab anything else? Okay. Must not be able to. Oh, she's missing her body. This way of playing Doctor was entirely different. Yes. Another medical mannequin? From the looks of it, this one's a chick. She has a name too, Lucy. Poor thing. It looks like Miss Lucy only has a head and a left arm. Maybe we're supposed to gather all her parts? There's some kind of device attached to the bed, the kilogram on the panel. Scale. What's this thing? It's got short iron legs. Maybe it's a heater? There's nothing inside it. Okay. Well, that's a chest. Oh my god. Those pixels. It's a lot of different kinds of medicine. It's hard to tell them apart. Maybe you're supposed to heat something like gauze to kill the bacteria? There's a boiling thingy over there. There's nothing on the lid or in the drawers. Man, we need AJ here. We need an actual doctor to represent. I'll take a scalpel. That looks like the only thing we can do. It's all pretty rusty. So rusty. Medical mannequin with his guts showing. Ew, gross. Hey Junpei, there's a slit in this thing's chest. Yeah, there sure is. There's something in there. Maybe we can get it out. Damn it, stinking thing won't budge. It's stuck. Well, I guess we can't use force on this one then. We'll need something small that can fit inside that little hole. What about the scalpel? Where's Child Shaver when you need him? We probably shouldn't call him Child Shaver, just like as a blanket statement. That sounds kind of weird. Alright. Oh, maybe we can use these? Yeah, we got the fake organ. Woo. Hooray. That doesn't look very comfortable. Oh no, maybe something will happen if we gather up. Oh, I have a part. Do we not care about the part? Alright, hold on. Can we... No. That's fine. Chemical room. Looks like it's locked. Guess we're gonna need a key for this one. Okay, so we can't go through there. Oh, yes, the saver. Mm-hmm. Yes. Preparation room. Preparation room, then. Medical words that we don't understand. It's a lot of medicine. I wonder if one of these is a laxative. Yeah, it sounds kind of gross, but I'm pretty sure every one of us has had the same idea. If we had some laxatives, maybe we could crap out the bombs Zero put in us. Unfortunately, damn it. I don't know what medicine does what here. No pooping today. Can we take his body parts? Apparently not. What else haven't we clicked on? Yeah, we took that organ. Table with scalpels and forceps. They're all rusty though. I don't think they'll be really useful. Can we scalpel the boy? No. There's some sort of lid on this thing. Why don't we try opening it? Can't. There's no handle. I can't get under it with my nails either. There's something that looks like it could be a scale next to the operating table. It has something like a lid on the front. Well, can we not scalpel it off? I don't understand why we can't keep the sheet off this one. Can we give her the organ? There's a pipe going outside. Hey, I know. Let's go through the pipe and escape. Are you nuts? What the hell's wrong with you? Junpei, are you flexible like an octopus or something? Mm-hmm. Yes, it's my hidden talent. Alright. I haven't seen a key or a possibility of a key. Flexible like the Funduripa. The Funduripa is definitely flexible. Drawers are empty. Alright, what am I missing here? What haven't we clicked on? Just a wood partition, nothing special about it. Let's try cutting it open. Oh, okay. Alright. Silly me, there was an organ in the, or there was a key in the organ. Good night, Cookie. Have a good sleep. Thanks for dropping in. I hope you have a good tomorrow. Hey Junpei, do you think there are any slugs on this ship? Huh? Well, if there are, I was thinking we could put salt on them. What's she pointing at? The label says NaCl. Salt, huh? Do you think 7 will shrivel up if I put it on him? Hey, you say something? A sort of note on the top of the table. Iron, salt, water. Well, we're gonna need to know that. For sure. Iron is 1, salt is 2, water is 3, H2O, NaCl, Fe. Carbon dioxide question mark, ammonia question mark, ethanol question mark. Carbon dioxide, ammonia, and ethanol. Okay. What do you think this is a hint for? Maybe it's got something to do with this box? Got a blue liquid. We got a red liquid. The lid won't open. Is it locked? You probably need to put in a passcode. I mean, geez, it's even got a keypad there. How much more obvious can you get? I can only enter 3 numbers. Let's give it a shot. Fuck, I don't know. Something stinks. It's coming from this bottle. It says NH3. That would be ammonia. Well, of course it stinks. It's ammonia. Can we take it? No. It looks like you can spray. It looks like a can with a spray nozzle. It says CO2. It's filled with carbon dioxide. That would probably be 3. That would probably be 4. There's a bottle of iron powder on the shelf. How do you know it's iron? The level says Fe. Fe stands for iron, right? Oh, good stuff. Let's go for a drink. What are you talking about? I'm talking about that bottle. It says, holy shit, ethanol. C2H5OH. It's ethanol. That's right. It's also known as ethyl alcohol. It's pretty much what booze is made out of. Am I hungry? Why? What do you have? Yes, Night in the Woods raised a little bit more. Also, welcome home, Boggs. Boggs is home. Mashed potatoes. Oh, yum. Maybe. I'll eat them later. You can put them in the fridge for now. I have to sneeze. Maybe. Nope. So... Okay. So you're gonna drink it? Nah, I won't. It might say that that's what it is on the label, but there could be anything in there. That's a wise move, my man. Rectangular table, I wonder, did people mix medicine on this thing? So we can only put in 3 numbers. I wonder if we're supposed to combine all these and get the digital root? Let's see. Well, no, the digital root would never be 3 numbers. Prime D's nuts. Opportunity missed? Damn. In chemistry lab, sadly, they had to tell us not to drink the ethyl alcohol. All right, we're in. Oh, let's see, a piece of paper. What's this? It's some kind of medical record? New material has been added to the file. What is this about? 4 different lights. Each one is a different color. White, red, blue, and purple. Does this thing react to something and lights light up? Oh, I see. There's a ray going through the beaker. It's hitting the thing on the right. What if we... Blue light turned on. Oh yeah, I heard a noise. It sounded like something unlocking. Let's put the red liquid in next. That means the blue liquid is going back in the bottle for now. Huh? It turned red. Forget about that. Did you hear that just now? I don't know how we would get white. What the hell are you doing? Don't you want to get out of here? But I'm tired. You lazy bum. Oh, I see. Fake left leg. All right, we got a leg. And we also unlocked a red. Fake right leg. Woo! A sink. Doctors and nurses probably wash their hands here before an operation. Nothing suspicious here. Okay, can we combine these two? Yeah, we can. I get it. You combined the red and the blue liquid to make a purple one. Good job, Junpei. The purple light came on and I heard it unlocked. I'm sure it unlocked. The locker with the purple plate has got to be unlocked. All right, let's see what happens. Do you guys, do you think it's unlocked? It might be unlocked. That looks like a nose. It looks just like a giant nose. What's taters, eh? You boil them, mash them, and stick them in a stew. All right, what do we got here? Locked. That's Jupiter? Won't even budge. Do you think that's an exit? Perhaps. Oh, I see. It does look like a nose. Okay, let's give this girl her parts. No, walk over there. Really? Okay. Oh, okay. Do I have to like... Maybe these two? Why can't I combine any of these? Oh yes, let's look at the file, shall we? Oh no, wait. The medical record. The medical record found in the preparation room. It has the records for the two mannequins. There's a male named John and a female named Lucy. The records show the mannequins' total weight and the weight of their individual parts. Okay. Okay. Hold up. John. 51.3 kilograms. Lucy is rocking a 53.2 kilogram. Body is 6. Heart is 2. Her right arm is 1. Her tummy is 5. Her right leg is 3. And her left leg is 4. Her tum-tum! More math. Always more math. God, at least Lucy has some, like, even numbers. Fucking John over here. Alright, we got body is 6.2. Heart is 2.3. Right arm is 1.5. Tummy is 5.6. Right leg is 3.4 and left leg is 4.5. Okay. We're just gonna get rid of all these new things. So the next time we know. Alright. Not entirely sure. Maybe we try to swap some shit out with this boy? Maybe we should try to solve this? So are those totals wrong or am I smoking something? They could be wrong. I didn't actually add them up, I guess. I just trusted them. Neither of them on that list accounted for the left arm. So it might be that you need to do some math to figure out the left arm. Really quick. Figure out how many atoms? Okay. I don't remember how this works. Supposed to figure out how many atoms are in carbon, ammonia, and ethanol. How the fuck we ever would have gotten that? CO2 has 3. So is it just counting up like ammonia and it's NH3? That would be 4 technically. And then ethanol is 2, 5, 7, 8, 9. But then maybe the code is just these 3. Yeah, I understand how the box works. Yep, okay. 3, 4, 9. Nice. Nice. We got an arm and a heart. Fake right arm. Heart. Search that heart. Thing is super creepy. Can we combine that with this? No. Why can't I combine any of these body parts? Arm and heart, my favorite combo. Alright, I think we're good with this room.
We should go back?
Yeah, I think that's probably best.
Clover nodded and left. Junpei was about to follow her when he realized that Seven wasn't following suit.
Hey, Seven, what's up?
Thanksgiving sounds weird? What? Now you have a heart for Lotus. Oh yeah, because she's a heartless bitch. Yeah, it's just perfect.
Oh, well.
He looked up at Junpei distractedly and then back down at the little brown bottle he had cupped in his large hands.
Is that a medicine bottle?
I got curious about it. Here.
In response, Seven tossed the bottle gently to Junpei. He caught it and twisted it around to read the label.
Ethylene diamine tartrate?
Yeah, that's right. It's EDT.
What kind of medicine is that?
It's not medicine. I think it's an industrial strength detergent.
Why would they have something like that here?
Interesting.
Well, probably to clean stuff up.
Clean what up?
Fuck if I know. It looks like it's cleaned my brain up.
Junpei looked up from the bottle.
You remember something?
Yeah.
Seven nodded slowly and then spoke.
Well, I remember a story about EDT. Happened about 50 years ago. There was this factory somewhere in America making big old EDT crystals. They were making it to sell as an industrial strength cleaner.
Uh-oh,
like
it's the crystals again, like glycerin.
But a year after the factory started up, something strange started happening with the crystals they were building. Water molecules started attaching themselves to the EDT crystals. This made them into a sort of mutation of the original crystals, called a hydrate. Once the crystals turn into a hydrate, though, it's useless as a cleaner. The factory had to just dump the crystals. As a hydrate, they were useless. But it didn't end there.
Interesting. Hold on, I gotta make sure we don't fuck this up.
After that day, the same thing
It's an
started
important
happening
conversation.
in EDT factories everywhere, even ones nowhere near that first American factory.
It's like the glycerin.
They'd been making crystals the same way, with the same materials and the same equipment and environment. But now, all of a sudden, every single crystal they formed turned into a hydrate. In fact, ever since that day, no factory anywhere has been able to make a pure EDT crystal. Even in EDT research done years before, they'd never gotten a hydrate. But after it happened at the first factory, it just spread. It was like, man, how do you say it?
Like the molecules were communicating with one another, transmitting information in a way humans couldn't perceive. This phenomena spread throughout the world, right?
Junpei looked up at Seven with a half smirk. Santa stared at him, dumbfounded.
Yeah, that's it exactly. But how did you know?
I heard another story, kind of like that one.
When?
In the freezer?
What?
In the freezer.
Yeah, June told me.
Junpei told Seven the story that he'd heard from June in the freezer in the kitchen. How one day glycerin began to crystallize. And the story of the ice that wouldn't melt at room temperature. When Junpei was done, Seven looked thoughtful and absent-mindedly rubbed the scar on his chin.
Ice that doesn't melt at room temperature, huh?
That sounds familiar?
Yeah, hold up. I feel like I can remember something. It's right there.
Seven squinted. His eyes stared off into space as if he were trying desperately to focus on something far away. Know about Ice 9?
Do you know about Ice 9?
Ice 9? Ice 9. Ice 9.
Thanksgiving arms. What? Where's my arm? I want an extra arm for Thanksgiving.
Ice.
Suddenly, Seven's eyes shot open.
That's it. I remember now. That woman, she's on this boat.
That woman?
Alice!
Alice.
Who's Alice?
Come on, the woman who won't melt at room temperature.
Ho ho, it's time to learn about Alice. It became clear to Seven that Junpei had no idea what he was talking about. He ran his hand across his face and took a deep breath.
You know how the Titanic sank on April 15th, 1912, right?
Yeah, more than 1,500 people died. Worst maritime accident in history. What about it?
Did you hear about the boat that was sent to collect the dead bodies?
I think that was the RMS Carpathia, right? It was a cruise liner, just like the Titanic.
No, that was the ship that picked up the survivors. The ship that collected the dead bodies was the CS McKay Bennett. The McKay Bennett showed up on April 17th, 2 days after the accident. It set out from Halifax, a port in Canada, and recovered 306 bodies. The Atlantic that far north was really cold. It would have to be for there to be icebergs and stuff. Anyway, the bodies they pulled out of the water were frozen solid.
This isn't a very nice story. So, what happened next?
Well, they say the McKay Bennett recovered something more than just dead bodies. There were various bits of stuff floating around in the water. Things the drowned had carried with them, or stuff that dislodged as the ship sank. One of the things they found was a coffin.
A coffin?
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, a wooden one. The craftsman who made it must have been pretty skilled. It wasn't just a wooden coffin. It was all wood, no nails, no reinforcements, no gaps in the wood anywhere. The thing was airtight. The crew got pretty curious about what might be inside it and opened it up. They had to get a wedge and hammer it open. It was so well made.
You guys ready?
They found a woman. Or, I guess you should say, they found the dead body of a woman. Her hair was thick and black, and her skin rich brown with no blemishes or signs of decomposition. They say that she looked gorgeous, like a goddess. She was obviously dead, but everyone who looked at her said she just looked like she was sleeping.
It's not Lotus. It's Alice.
Her skin was so lifelike, she looked like she might wake up any minute. And she didn't. Like the rest of the bodies they found, she was frozen solid. Eventually, the McKay Bennett finished searching and returned to Halifax. The 306 bodies were unloaded and taken ashore. However, it was warm enough that they began to thaw. They say that the stink was horrible, but there was one body that didn't thaw, and that was
The girl
Alice.
in the coffin.
That's right.
Vampire stream. You guys think it's a vampire?
Everybody thought for sure that she'd melt and start to rot like the rest of them eventually, but weeks passed and nothing happened. Then a month passed, and another. And it was summer, and she was still frozen solid.
She's covered in that all ice. That Ice 9.
After a while, people started to say she was some sort of miracle. Rumors about her started to spread. People came to visit Halifax from all over. After a while, people started to call her All Ice.
All ice. Alice.
Of course, those rumors didn't last long.
Why?
Well, she up and disappeared. One day Alice was there, the next day she wasn't. They say someone snuck into where they were keeping her and stole the body. With the body gone, the rumors followed pretty quickly. After a while, no one remembered her. You might be able to find something about her if you could find a newspaper from back then, but that's about it.
Wait, you just said that she was on this boat.
Got vampires, boys.
Yeah, I did. Alice has got to be somewhere on this ship.
Now why the hell would you say something like that?
Because I know.
And just what is it you know?
He just knows.
What happened to Alice after she was stolen?
Junpei gulped.
Tell me, what happened to Alice?
Seven nodded slowly and took on the look of a man recalling something long buried.
Well, around that time, the word was that there was a special black market in New York. All millionaires from all over the world. I've heard that Alice went up for auction there.
Hey, lunatic, welcome. How are you? Fun fact, did you know Canada made an airplane carrier out of ice that actually worked in World War II? Interesting, I did not know that.
The person who won the auction was Lord Dashiell Gordain.
Gordain.
Heard that name before, right?
Lord Gordain. Oh, isn't he the guy who bought the Gigantic? The Titanic's sister ship?
Yeah, that's him. Although I guess he hadn't done that yet.
What do you mean?
Gordain bought Alice in 1912. 4 years later, in 1916, he bought the Gigantic. And he hid Alice somewhere on the Gigantic, but nobody knows where. He died in 1931, and apparently he died without ever telling anyone where Alice was hidden.
However, what?
Well, he did have one close friend who asked him, "Where is is Alice, and he said Alice sleeps in a small chamber past the Forest of Knowledge beneath the navel of the Gigantic.
Small chamber past the Forest of Knowledge. That would be what, like the library? Beneath the navel.
What the hell is that? Is it some kind of riddle?
Your guess
Yes.
is as good as mine.
Seven threw his hands up in defeat.
So that's it. Whatever you think, I believe it. She's hidden somewhere on the Gigantic. In other words, she's hidden somewhere on this ship.
Before Junpei could dispute Seven's rather bizarre claim, as Junpei was trying to figure out what on earth he was going to say next, Clover's shrill voice pierced the room.
Hey, what are you two doing over there?
Nothing.
Stop wasting time and get over here.
We're not talking about mummies.
Okay, we're coming.
Jeez.
Seven looked at Junpei.
Yeah, so anyway, that's the story. It might be useful someday. Don't forget it.
I won't. It will live on with me forever. With that cryptic remark, he turned and left the room.
Alice. Huh.
That's a mummy, son. Junpei was left behind to ponder what he had just heard. He tried to remember what June had told him earlier.
That mummy wasn't just a normal mummy. They say that she was frozen. The story says that from the time of its discovery all the way through to when it got put on the Titanic, even though it was carried through the desert, her body never melted.
Then was that Egyptian priestess Alice?
Let us make out, gosh. You know that? She might have had children. Alice?
Did the water in her body become Ice 9?
Dun dun
No,
dun.
that's nuts. There's no way somebody like that could exist.
That's just crazy. Junpei shook his head, trying desperately to clear it, and followed Seven to the operating room where Clover was waiting. Alright, now that we've had yet another crazy conversation, I'm gonna go ahead and call it here for tonight. This is a good stopping point. We'll get into the organ puzzle on Saturday. Saturday at 11 a.m. is my next stream. That's MST. And we'll be picking up some more 999. And that will be the last day for the binge day competition. So we're sitting at 207.73 for Night in the Woods and 255.40 for Pyre. So Pyre is still winning. It's looking like it's probably gonna be Pyre. Let's save real quick. That might be a good idea. Yes. No. And then let's get our music going again. Maybe. There we go. I joined at the end. I'm so sorry, lunatic. I'll be back on Saturday. And you can also watch the VOD and go get the rest of this crazy story. Let's go ahead and switch over to this. Whoopsie. Get our credits rolling. Maybe. There they go. Thank you so much to Julie for the resub. Happy 11 months. Thank you to Fizz for the biddies. Thank you to EK Hags for the biddies. Thank you to Athalas for the resub. Happy 5 months. And thank you to everybody who joined me and lurked. Oh no, you have to work. I hope you have a good time at work, lunatic. I will see you all Saturday. Yeah. Should we wait, let's check and see, is there anybody live right now that we can raid? Squid is playing beer. Oh my. Let's go see Squid. Let's go see Squid and watch him play Fear. I would say this one has a more normal story compared to the normals in Miro streams. Yeah, that's true. Some of these games have been a real trip. Fear, not beer. Fear with an F. I love you guys so much. I hope you have a wonderful night. Let's go say hi to Squid. If you have my emote, go ahead and drop it in the chat when we raid. Just spam a bunch of those hearts. And I will see you all Saturday. I hope you have a lovely night. Bye, guys. I gotta push the button. Wait for it. Yeah, bust out those squid fishies. Why can't I push the raid now button? That's interesting. Oh, I see. All right, ready, set, go.